Hey friends, I wanted to share something. First of all, this angle, my forehead looks so ginormous, and I find that fascinating. I know my forehead is like typically a four-finger forehead, but like without fingers, it looks really big right now. So that's interesting. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is this experience of this deep knowing of yes. So I'm realizing, and I just want to share this, so I hope it's of service. So I'm realizing that there are some things in my life that I am offered to do or to attend or to experience or to teach at, and just invitations. And there's a big part of me that's like, I mean, I really should go. I need to be there, right? And like, they must really want me there because they invited me, or I really should go because it's a good idea. And I will create a scenario in my head to where that feels like yes, even though it's not. It doesn't feel like a yes. It actually feels like a meh. But I will literally talk myself into accepting the choice that I have made, which is to say yes in a time that was actually a no. So what I want to share is this like big like yes compared to a not yes, or even a maybe, or even a no. I feel like there have been times in my life where I've been invited to something and I'm like, yes, that feels really good. And and then like the time comes for me to like go and do it, and then I'm like, I'm tired and I don't really want to do it. And so like there's that space of like navigating, like, is this actually my highest good, or maybe I don't need to go, maybe I should go, maybe I have some resistance because of something or another. But on the bigger side of things, I'm noticing that when I have an opportunity to have an experience and it is brought into my awareness and it gives me feelings of deep excitement and joy and hope and potential and a little fear, like a little bit of like, oh shit, how am I going to do this, right? But that feeling of complete arousal, really, I mean, it's what it is. It feels like arousal. It feels like everything comes to life inside just at the mere thought of having the experience. And then, there are other times that I've been invited to do things that it doesn't do that to me. It's not like, ooh, that sounds so fun. That sounds so exciting. Oh my God, oh my God, yes. And I find that like I have said yes to some things in my life that I don't want to say I didn't really want to say yes to. And I'm really navigating through this time and starting to say no to things that I've originally said yes to. Using this free will and freedom to change my mind. Trusting that I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm also probably maybe gonna let somebody down. And that's okay. But I'm here to follow my heart. I'm here to follow my path. I'm here to follow life. This feeling of life. I'm here to follow the feeling of life. To me, life feels like a yes. Life doesn't hesitate. Life moves, life grows, life expands. Life literally emanates out of itself. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to experience life. I want life to experience me. I want this experience of my life to be this symbiotic dance with itself, right? Like that's what I actually really want. And what I'm really aware of now is that sometimes, because I still have conditioning and imprints and programs of just like growing up here in the Americas, that I still have some doubt or some fear or some like lack mentality that's like still like an echo of the program. So I find that when I get an idea or an invitation or an inspired creative thing that pops into me that I sit with the feeling that I first get, whether it's like a yeah or a but I allow myself to sit with it, and I allow myself to sit with it if I have the ability, like for like a couple days at least, you know, or sometimes it's a few months, sometimes it's a few years, sometimes it's a couple of breaths. It depends on the thing that I'm deciding, right? But I take the time. I take the time to sit with it, to feel into it, to imagine myself in that scenario. And if it just continually brings up feelings of joy and excitement and eagerness and a little bit of fear, like that, like nervousness, and to me, that's just like a sense of humble and a sense of humility, you know, not like from a I'm not good enough perspective, but just like from a humility perspective. Like, anyway, but I sit with these ideas and I let them marinate, and it's like I try them on and I see how they fit and how they feel. And it's like that statement, right? Like, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no, right? And I think that oftentimes we don't know what a yes actually feels like. Like, we don't know what a yes actually feels like, because yes feels so good, and we're taught to not feel so good. We're taught to feel bad. We're taught that, you know, no pain, no gain. And we're taught just so much of that stuff that is not real. Like, that's actually a part of the illusion. Like, that's such bullshit. So I'm literally like navigating through these fuck yeses, and they feel really exciting. And I'm also noticing that when you follow the fuck yeses, at least for me, is I'm following the fuck yeses, I am like magnetizing to me so much ease. Everything is lining up. Everything is just happening in perfect alignment and timing and abundant ways and like kind of fun ways and like silly ways that I get to like be like, I just had this experience, but I know that it's actually propelling me toward the thing that I said yes to. You know, like, that is to me what happens when you follow the yes of life. When the yes of life is flowing through me, life attracts itself, which is more life. Life thrives. Life is cyclical, and it maneuvers amidst the rest of life on earth. Life is safe. Life is sacred. And I hold all of that so true in my heart, and I am very intentional about following these yeses and offering grace to me when I don't know if it's a yes or a no, offering grace to others when they say yes and it's like, dude, I know that's not a yes for you. I know you don't want to do that. I was talking to someone today about their employer is having them go back into the office now, and they've been working remotely. And this person is like, I don't want to do that. But like, I mean, I guess I'll go and I'll like make peace with it. And like, I know it'll be fine. And I understand that. Like, I totally 110,000% understand it. And there's this part of me that's like, don't do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. No consent. Just say no. But I know that people have fears and concerns like, well, then how am I going to pay my bills? And how am I going to live? And then like, I understand all of that. So my invitation and encouragement is to explore the feeling of the yeses in your life, right? Whether it's you're sitting down and you're deciding on if you want green beans or asparagus for dinner, and you just like pause and you be with the options, and whichever one feels, yeah, then just recognizing that resonance, that activation, that arousal state, and then start applying that to other things, right? Do I stay in this or do I leave this? Do I move across the country or do I stay? You know, do I invest in this or do I invest in that? Excuse me, I burped. But to know what these yeses feel like, I think we need to first be able to recognize what these yeses feel like. And I think oftentimes in our culture, we we don't know what that feels like, and I think that kind of sucks. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I got a really big blister from dancing at a ceremony, and so I'm soaking my feet. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I was wearing denim and I can't roll them up. So anyway, so what better time to share yeses. So I hope that wherever you are, that you're able to identify what yes feels like to you, you know, and to me, the yes comes from the heart. It doesn't come from the mind. And if I am so in the program and running around like a chicken with no head, and I'm stressed out all the time, and my nervous system and my adrenals are like going all the time, like overload, you know, if I have never allowed myself to feel joy or safe enough to feel joy because of just some life experiences, like, to hear this may be like, man, go fuck off, Jane. Like, I don't know how to feel joy. I don't know how to feel that yes. Or maybe you felt that yes before and you chose the thing and it didn't work out as you had intended, and you have not made peace with it, and you have not seen the gifts or the lessons and the ways of growth that life has continued to show you. You know, I've been there. But anyway, my invitation is to explore this like deep sense of like, yeah, that feels so good feels like. And if there's support that you need, if you're like, I don't know what that feels like, you know, I got tools, I've got experience, and I would like to support that, because to me, if you're following your yes, then it's going to be a way more diverse world. We won't be as bound by the system. We are living more sovereignly and in community. Like, it's a more peaceful experience here on earth if we're following like a true heart, like, yeah, that feels so good, I get so excited, like that actually is the way. Like, because if you feel like that, it's not because you're gonna like go and hurt someone. You're not like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I get to go hurt somebody. Oh, like that, literally, it doesn't work like that. You know, like, to know that you brought joy into someone else's life, or that you helped the earth out, or like you assisted an elder or a child or yourself or a loved one or a stranger, like that literally lights us up from the inside. And so in retrospect, we can tap into what those fuck yeses felt like when we didn't even know we were making the choice as a fuck yes. So that's another way to like tap into what those yeses feel like in the body, you know. And that's another thing, right? I guess if we're so just dissociated from our body, then how could we know what the yeses feel like in our body? You know, if my body is so like stressed out and my sympathetic nervous system is like, I'm going all the time, then like my body literally won't be able to resonantly pick up through my mind's awareness what the yes and goodness feels like. So get back in your body. Please get back to your body. Go home. Feel your arousal, feel life. Say yes to the things that light you up. And if it does not light you up, please say no. Or give it a maybe. Give it a, I don't know right now, but I'm not in a place to say yes or no. You know, maybe is an answer. Some people may not like a maybe, but that's okay. We don't have to please everybody. As long as we're pursuing pleasure in the heart. To me, that's key. So anyway, I'm gonna stop soaking my feet, and excited that I just got to soak them with lavender flowers and Epsom salts. It feels really good. I feel really good. I needed this. So anyway, I love you so much, and I hope that your yeses are so loud and so resonant that you can't not follow it. That your yeses come from your heart, like a sonic boom, and it just like clears your path so much that you just like follow that shit like with ease and grace. So I love you so much. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you soon. Peace. Bye, y'all.